Today we had the day off, so my wife and I went out just driving around, and we went to a coffee shop that is kind of near our place. And we started talking to the owners. They were ready to close up, but they stayed open for us to. If we were going to eat something, they would have said no, but they said, if you're just going to get coffee, then that'll be fine. So we stayed there. We ended up staying like 2 hours. I talked to the owner about coffee, and he actually was growing 3 little coffee trees outside. And so, well, let me just say, this year I tried to cut down or even quit coffee. That didn't last a day. I have to have my morning cup of joe. This guy who owned the coffee shop just took me outside when we were leaving and showed me the coffee tree and started picking berries off. I have a bag here of the berries. First of all, I'm going to give you a taste test right now and tell you what this berry tastes like. But then I'm planning to plant some of these. I got the pots all ready. And I also want to look into how to actually roast some of these. I might be able to get maybe 1 cup of coffee. He said it's not going to be, really good stuff. He says the good stuff grows in the mountains. But I'm going to try it. Really excited here. So let's try this first. They're really sweet. Very cool. Doesn't taste like coffee at all. And there seems to be 2 seeds in this one. That is cool. Now this, each half of the bean, goes together like this, and there's the berry around it. So that's what's left after you eat the berry. The berry was very, very palatable. It's very good. I'm going to go ahead and hand pulp these. I was a little bit nervous at first because I thought they would be kind of like a pomegranate, and I thought I would get it all over my clothes, but it's actually not that hard. You just take one of these coffee cherries. I was calling them berries before, but actually they're called coffee cherries. Look at that. They come right out. There's the 2 halves here. And then what they do with, you can either eat this or they often use this as mulch. Okay, so I am going through this whole. I only have like 20 or 30 cherries here, and I'm gonna pulp them all. I have 46 beans here, which I'm gonna let out to dry for a while on this paper towel. And then in the Ziploc bag, I have some more coffee cherries, and I have to figure out how I'm gonna do this, but these are gonna be the ones that I'm gonna try to plant. I have decided on the wet method of processing these beans. They're actually seeds. And it's interesting, some of them are floating and some of them are sinking. That's usually how you can tell a viable seed. For my purposes, I'm going to actually end up roasting these and trying to make a tiny bit of coffee. So for about 2 days, I will let these soak. And what that does is removes the mucus membrane from the outside. Alright, it has been 48 hours, and what I'm going to start to do, I've actually started to do this already, is take them out one by one and clean off any residue. Remember, there's like a mucus coating on the outside of these. They call them green coffee beans, even though they look kind of white, but green just means unroasted. And so I'm going to lay them out on this paper towel. I'm going to try my hand at roasting this little bit here. So I have the roasted beans in kind of a small cereal bowl or soup bowl. I actually had 2 of them, and I was pouring them back and forth to cool them off faster. I think they're slightly burnt. There is a burnt smell, but it's a pleasant burnt smell. They say the aroma really comes out after 24 hours, so I'm going to have to wait. I have discovered that there is, I guess it's what they call the chafing. There is a cover, which I'm now peeling off of each bean, and hopefully that's gonna take care of that that burning smell that I have. I guess I burned the chafing, but I have these nice beans. There's 3 of them over here that hopefully will not be as burnt. So I'm gonna go through these beans one by one. Nothing better to do. I'm not promising anything here, but Still smells a little burnt. Got some of my beans here. Pour them in my grinder. Grind them up. I've decided to go, I don't have too much here. I've decided to go with the French press. So I'm going to use this and pour that in there. I'll be right back. I'm going to fill this up with water. Not too much because I'm only going to make enough to go in this little jar here. Glass jar. Okay, just a little bit. Seems a little weak. All right, here goes nothing. Might need some sugar and some milk. Maybe a little JD. But that's it. It's our coffee. Tastes better with the JD.